just went up the stairs and I'm sweating bullets. Wow, I'm hot. Of course I am. Hello. So for today's video, I thought I would, what did I want to do? Look at new makeup releases, new and old, you know, just makeup releases in general, and then decide whether I wanted to buy any of them or not. Oh my god, I'm so hot. I should probably give a disclaimer that I am unemployed. I'm not making money right now. Broke, if you will. And that means I can't buy any of this makeup even if I wanted to. So I decided I'm gonna pretend to be rich and hypothetically purchase this makeup. You know that rich male lead in a K-drama who thinks 100 million won is nothing? And the female lead will actually sell a limb for 100 million won? That's how rich I'm gonna be today. So let's get started. Natasha Denona released this palette. Let me see how much it costs. 129. So this is 129, I would assume American, so it's probably way more in Canadian dollars. Yeah, this is ridiculous. So the 3 shades in the middle are supposed to be duochrome shades that look pretty, don't get me wrong, but the rest of the palette looks very pale and ashy. And my biggest concern with this palette was that it was not going to work for dark skin people, for dark skin tones. So I went to the interweb, did some research, and I found one person who had dark skin who tried this palette, and they said that they really had to pack the pigment on their eyes in order for this palette to show up on them, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You shouldn't have to pay $129 for ashy eyeshadow that won't even show up. That's absolutely ridiculous. No. If you're gonna have an ashy palette, at least make it $35. Next! Now this I want in my life. M Cosmetics released these, oh my dyslexia, the Daydream Cushion Perfect and Protect. Oh, she can't read. SPF 50 PA+++. I want this. I really want this. I saw some people put it on their face. It looked dewy and shiny. It glistened in the right places. The reason why I'm not getting it in real life is because it is $48 American, which is probably like $60 Canadian, probably even more. It's too expensive for a cushion foundation, even though it looks so good. It's like sheer coverage. It says here that you can also use it as a primer or just an SPF. I want it. So we're gonna hypothetically buy it. Okay, next up. Huda Beauty decided to release a skin disease in a palette. Ew. This shit, let me get a closer look. Yeah, it's called Slippery, and it's absolutely disgusting. Hideous. Ugh. This shade looks so, it makes me so uncomfortable. And the comments are not having it either. It looks like a fungus. It looks like a moldy disease. Like, you know the virus that's going on right now? Huda took inspiration from the virus and put it in her palette. This is so hideous. And you know what? Aside from the shade aside from the mold, there's some cool like marbled shades in there. The rest of the palette is surprisingly boring. It's just beiges and browns, and that's boring to me. Why do brands keep putting beige in a palette? Like, I have a question for you people out there, especially light-skinned people. How often do you actually wear beige eyeshadow? I would assume not very often. I don't wear beige eyeshadow often either. but it exists in every single palette. It's called the Naughty palette. Ooh, it is a diseased palette. Revolution, or Revolution X, is that what they're called? Released this Friends collection, and I want it. Look at it. It's everything to me. I'm a huge Friends fan. You see that yellow thing right there on my desk? Yeah, that I made and I hung it on my door. Just like like Monica did, you know. This palette is everything to me. I love the packaging. I love the mug. I love the door frame. I love the taxi. I love the lobster. This cup that you see right there, this is actually, I believe, filled with like a coffee scrub. Comes with a moisturizer as well. Love it. I absolutely love it. The door frame palette is hands down my favorite. In color-wise, I like the colors. I like the pinks and the reds. I mean, still too many. Why must we add beige to every palette? Same with the cup, the mug one. I mean, don't get me wrong, beige can be useful, but in one palette. I don't need it in every single palette for me to use beige. And I use it so little that it lasts me a long time. So I don't need it in every single palette. Like the shade ranges are a little boring, not gonna lie, especially for the taxi. Since the taxi is yellow with like metallic accents, I would have loved to see a yellow palette with like silvers and grays, you know what I mean? That would have been nice. But instead, we got neutrals. The lobster palette, it's neutrals with a little bit of reds in it. The mug palette, it's just neutrals. The only one that I actually really like is the door frame. But to be honest with you, I want to buy these just to have them on display. I don't even want to put them on my eyes. So yeah, I'm buying this with my non-existent. Sir, Melt Cosmetic is coming out with a Beetlejuice collection. I love this. I love this. This is the Halloween collection that I've been waiting for. It's a green on top, purple on the bottom with stripes in the background. When I see this, I see Beetlejuice. It screams Beetlejuice. I love everything about this, and I want it on my eyes now. They also released a green lipstick. I mean, I usually don't wear lipstick anyways, but especially green lipstick. I'm not going to get any use out of that, but I'll take it. I love this. I think this is a great collection. This is the Halloween collection I've been dreaming of. This is incredible. Melt in general has the best packaging. This highlighter they released. Oh, look at this. It's beautiful. This is like straight up way too dark for me, and I still want it. Melt Cosmetics, you can have my hypothetical money. Kim Kardashian West, KKW, released color correctors, setting powders, brightening powders, as well as an extended shade range of concealers. Okay, so I watched a video of her using these products. Already at the beginning of the video, already had makeup on, which is deceiving, but that's fine. And then she put on way too much under eye corrector, and then way too much concealer, and then way too much powder. And then after all those layers, she said on camera, the darkness was still coming through. And then she added brightening powder to stop the darkness from coming through. And I'm like, so did you just admit that your products don't work? Because after all those layers, there's still darkness under your eyes? Ma'am, Miss Kardashian West, I have dark circles. I have real, actual dark circles. And I find with just a good coverage concealer and a light layer of powder is enough to cover my under eyes. I know it's different for everyone. Best kind of color corrector is one that would, stain under your eyes or just kind of dry up so that it doesn't mix under with your concealer. And it looks like this one is a hydrating formula, so it might mix, so you might have like orange under eyes. But here's my biggest problem with this, is that she's extending her shade range. She added 2 light shades, I believe, and 2 dark shades. Here's my problem with adding 2 dark shades later. Kylie Jenner did the same thing. She came out with these, what were they, like cream bronzers, and then she extended the shades and added darker shades later. Why do that when you can just wait until you have all the shades available and release them? What you're telling me is that you're not prioritizing your dark-skinned clients by not releasing their products at the same time as all the other products. It just seems to me like they want to steal from Black culture, but they don't want to cater to Black people. Anastasia has always been a brand that I've always wanted to try. Like, because everyone speaks so highly of them, and I still to this day dream about the Jackie Aina palette. I don't think you understand how much I want that palette. However, Navita, what's her name? Norvina. So Norvina, who is the daughter of Anastasia, started acting up. She started acting a fool. And it made me not want to support the brand anymore. I don't want to get into details about all that she did, but it wasn't great. And now it seems like Anastasia Beverly Hills is running out of ideas because they're just coming out with minis of their successful palettes, like the Soft Glam palette. They just came out with a neutral, everyone probably has one like it, boring palette. Not interested. They also came out with lipsticks that are 4 of the same shade. Cool. Yeah, no thank you. Okay. Oh, interesting. Juvia's Place. Why am I speaking like this? Juvia's Place is coming out with skincare, apparently. It's called Juvia's Skin, and they claim it's going to launch 2021. Yeah, I mean, this is great. Listen, I already have a great skincare routine, so I don't know if I'm gonna buy any of this stuff. But Juvia's Place is an affordable brand, and so if they make affordable skincare, I'm not going to complain. I think this is a good idea. People have been requesting for the skincare to be fragrance-free, and Juvia said they agree. And it's nice to have a Black-owned skincare brand. So yeah, I guess I have nothing against it. Okay, so Morphe collaborated with our favorite race chameleon, Nikita Dragun, and created this palette. Morphe just continues to collaborate with the most problematic people. And I don't understand why they would want to do this to their brand. Those people are either harmful to the Black community, like Nikita Dragun or Jeffree Star, or they're just problematic in general, like James Charles and what's her face? Jaclyn Hill. At this point, I can feel confident in saying that they are just racist. Listen, Morphe, if you release good products, you wouldn't have to collaborate with vicious, harmful people to get your name out there. And also, this palette is just ugly. Like, I'm sorry to say, but it is. I'm confused by the story, the color story. Who's walking upstairs? It's messy. I'm lost by it. It's too big. Morphe, just make like 9-pan palettes or 18-pan palettes or whatever. This is too big. So yeah, no. Last thing I'm going to talk about is pLouise. pLouise is owned by a girl named pLouise. I think she's British. This is a British-owned brand. And in fact, I didn't even know about this until Smoky Glow made a video about it yesterday, so that'll be linked down below. One day, she was at a Drake concert, and she filmed herself saying the N-word, and she posted it on her Instagram. So obviously, with good reason, people were not happy about it. People were just trying to hold her accountable. A dumb girl that she is decided to go on her Twitter and she was like, I am not a racist because I have a Black boyfriend and I have Black friends and I was at a concert surrounded by Black people. So if saying the N-word is being racist, then I guess everyone at that concert is racist. So she didn't even hold herself accountable. She didn't even apologize. She wasn't even remorseful. She really thought she was in the clear. She thought she had every right to say the N-word just because her boyfriend is Black. And the thing is about this situation is that nothing much happened to her. In fact, I didn't even know about this. People still continue to use her products. I believe she's most known for her eye base, and she released a bunch of eye base that a lot of influencers still use in their videos. So it's not like she suffered. But then, of course, she decided to release this. This is the canceled collection. And this girl, oh my god, is basically just blaming the entire internet, the toxic cancel culture, for what happened to her. But the thing is, she was never canceled. Nothing ever happened to her. People were just trying to hold her accountable for her racist actions, and she tried to play the victim by releasing an ugly palette. This palette is just a bunch of neutrals. Again, no one needs another neutral palette. I smell fake tan. I smell blonde hair. I said all that I had to say. Anyways, that's all for today. Done. Yes, we're done filming for the day. I get to go back to the freaking keto diet where I eat what, pumpkin seeds and sausages all day. Oh.